We've been up here a while.
Not one tally.
Weird, right?
Well, just gotta watch.
I got this.
You had an encounter in Kandahar in 2002 with a 12-foot giant, is that correct?
Yes.
Don't worry about him. He's just your brother.
You're not 12, man.
Hey, is Dave gonna be good on there?
Be okay.
Steps of giants. Once a nightmare became a beacon of light.
6 hours ago, an infantry squad on patrol went missing. No radio contact. Our best case scenario is finding these men alive and bringing them home. Encounter the enemy. Aim high.
You're watching the Shady Mob Podcast with your two favorite pod mob stars.
Alright guys, please click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Microphone check. Shady Mob in the zone, King N.P.V. Alex sitting on the throne, dropping gems on the mic, entertainment dissected, movies, TV, culture, fully connected. From the silver screen to the block, we decode the plots. Every twist, every turn, we connect the dots. Pot airs with the bounce, flow rugged and raw. Tune in, turn it up, let the knowledge withdraw. Shady Mob, Shady Mob, yo, we got the juice, breaking it down. Truth spilling out the booth, from the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots. Shady Mob Podcast, we the illest recruits. Popcorn kernels popping, Hollywood exposed. From the indie hits to the billion-dollar shows. Angela with the deep cuts, King bring the vibe. We dissect the script, watch the secrets collide. Flick sharper than the blade, TV sharper than the wit. Spin the reel, press play. We never quit, Shady Mob in your ear. We keep the pace from the shadows. We rise, entertainment we embrace. Shady Mob, yo, we got the juice, breaking it down. Truth spilling out the booth. From the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots. Shady Mob Podcast, we the illest recruits.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the cast and crew for the Giant of Kandahar, a film coming out later this year. Hopefully, is it coming out this year?
Yes.
Okay. Well, film coming out later this year, hopefully, from the Bay Area, which is actually very exciting for us here. At least for me, being a local Bay Area resident. Because we really don't get a lot of films from out here. But before we get into that, guys, here's a clip from the movie that you will see, hopefully, later this year.
What the hell do you think you're doing? What are you murmuring about? We're in the middle of fucking Kandahar. And you're talking about what? Giants? Again? Jesus. Look. You are my brother. Alright? But we can't. Giants? Really? You're not 12, man. You are a grown-ass man. I expect you to understand that.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a clip featuring Damian and Timothy, the two gentlemen that portray David and Dan in this film. They are leading characters in this film, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Guys, what was that? What was it like shooting that, and what's your guys' chemistry like?
So, I believe that was the first day that you and I actually shot together. And when we, leading up to that pay, we actually, because I was brought in so late, we didn't really get the chance to, like, do dry runs and do, like,
multiple rehearsals to get an idea of, like, what our timing is like, what our chemistry would be like. We just went out there and winged it.
Okay.
And, aside from the wind, it was, I feel like we did it. We really, we brought out our best.
Okay.
Like, we really sold it.
I like this. I like that clip because it shows like the intensity of the situation. You know, especially with like I tried mentioning it during the break, but like the over the shoulder shot, you know, like with the perspective of each character looking at, you know, each actor, it was just really interesting to see, especially like, you know, in that scene, it just had a lot of intense emotion in it, and I think it builds the tension probably throughout the movie. You know,
yeah, I appreciate that, Alex, because we shot 5 takes on that, and that this particular shot right here was the very first take, and it just happened to be that the intensity came across perfect on the first take that Damian did, and that was I think the only take that we got from Tim in terms of the reactions that Tim had from his brother Dan.
Cool.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, the first take was best from, you know, right from the shot from Damian, and just one take from Tim on how he was reacting to what his brother was telling him.
Damian, I have a question for you.
Nice.
What was it like being the lead character in the film?
It's quite a bit of responsibility because you kind of set the tone throughout from start to finish, especially if you have multiple scenes in there. In this scene, well, not that one on the screen, but the one we just saw. That was like the moment for me to show a little bit of humility towards, you know, my younger brother. Like, yeah, we're out in the middle of, you know, literally bumfuck nowhere. Shit can go awry, but I had to really dig deep and fine tune that relationship between him and I. And I think with that, you were able to see it on the screen. It like drew everything out from us. We look like that was the first time that, you know, that we worked together on the screen. We had no practice, like he was saying. You know, we had no dry runs, no nothing. We just straight up just winged it, and that's what came about. That's just the natural chemistry of what, you know, that sometimes some actors have with each other. Sometimes it takes a little bit of finessing, a little bit of working to kind of get, you know, work out the kinks, work out the timing. But this one, it's no problem.
It helps if you're a people person too, and you know how to, like, even if you don't know the person that well, you can kind of gauge what they're like just by having like maybe 1 or 2 conversations with each other, and you can kind of get a feel for how you think they might react to certain situations.
So what you're telling me is being a bit more empathic, having empathy for the person you're working with.
Or sympathy.
Is a lot. It goes a long way in building that chemistry on screen, right?
Absolutely. The hit with him too is because I've worked with him a few times already, so I already had a relationship with him. I already knew of him.
Okay.
I didn't actually just work with him like one-on-one until that part. But at that point, everything just took off.
Yeah, it seems like you guys worked well. Like you guys worked off each other really well. Like, you know, and even with like the other clip that we're gonna see, like especially with Drew Baby and Damian, it definitely like and I don't know, like that it just goes well. Like you guys, your chemistry really works.
I think onto that too. It's like this is where one of the biggest feedback I usually get from people is my ability to be directed. I can make really good changes, and I'm really well coachable like that. And honestly, it wouldn't be like that without Edward, you know, telling us exactly what he's looking for. It helps me when I'm gauging with him. I'm like, is this good? Is this what you're looking for? No, do it this way. I want you to do this way. Oh, okay, cool. So I can adjust really well, but without any sort of direction, no pun intended with the word director, like that it's very pivotal, I think. You gotta have a director who's really about it and wants to do better and wants to really create the scene in his vision. So them just kind of let you go all over the place and you just kind of wing it. But with him, it's just like,
so the directors, you guys exert a lot of patience, clearly, because you want to capture the scene. You don't want to capture a scene that's just going to be forgotten. You want to capture the scene that's going to capture the audience's attention during the film, if I'm not mistaken, especially in those key scenes, correct?
especially when they play it back and they say, "That's it, let's move on," and you already know. As soon as you know as an actor, you hear that, you nailed it. Perfect.
Sometimes you just feel it too.
Okay. Oh yeah. It's almost like you shoot a basketball. You know, when you shoot a basketball, you can feel
like that's it. You didn't have to look at it going. You just know that.
Yeah, you just know it is.
Okay. I'm gonna ask, what other projects have you two worked on together?
So we met on another indie film called Man Who Can't Stop Killing. He was the boom operator for that, and I was the assistant director / supporting actor and I guess more or less co-producer, although I didn't feel comfortable having that title because I didn't really do a whole lot in that department. But yeah, this was when was this? This was like 4 years ago.
So it was
Probably 2022.
it was during the pandemic. And back then, like when everything was shut down, surprisingly the film community wasn't. And I was doing a project like every other weekend. Oh, that's just crazy considering the circumstances.
So, well, yeah, that is how we met. Was on that film. It was a crime thriller.
Oh, that's actually cool, man. So when you say you had a project every other week, like what does that mean? Like you were binging every other week? You were on the same project, different movies? What?
Yes and no. So because of the setbacks that came with COVID, it took us about a year and a half to finish Man Who Can't Stop Killing because we had to recast lead actress. We had to find another location because the Airbnb just straight up wasn't the one that we got wasn't renting out to anybody anymore. They just completely closed that line. And then it was mostly just waiting for things to open up again. And we finally wrapped it in 2021. And now it's on YouTube.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Are you proud of that? Are you proud of that film?
Oh, absolutely. Made a lot of friends on that film. Still work with that director today. Chai too, he's amazing. Of course I met Damian, and yeah, man, it's the grind continues.
And how about you, Damian? What's your film journey been like? What other projects have you worked on that have led you to the Giant of Kandahar? Is this your first leading role, by the way?
No. Okay. No. This is probably probably fourth or fifth.
Okay.
That's it.
I did a feature called Deep in It. It's not a porn parody, I swear to God. And now it sounds like it.
I didn't even think about it until you said
I gotta let them know. I gotta let y'all know because I know the audience is gonna hear this and like, huh? You need pause?
So that was my first feature film that I was in, but I played as a background. I played as a mobster. Was backed by Kenny Calub Franklin, who used to be the producer for Master P and No Limit Records.
Okay.
So if you guys are hip hop fans, y'all know. So he wanted to start getting into movies. I found that by accident. I think it was on Craigslist or Backstage or something, and I think I applied for it. I don't remember how I got into it. Anywho, I met him and I met this guy named Jamil Brinson, and they were wanting to get into movies. He was a director and Kenny was the executive producer, and he wanted to get into it, like I was saying. So I auditioned for the mob boss. I didn't get it. And I went to Farrah, and then they wanted me as one of the mobsters. So that was like my first one. I had no speaking roles in it, but I was the suited up guy that looked like I was John Wick. I had my long hair at the time, so it was a nice size blonde, and I just was the only one like in the suit. So okay, John Wick. Other ones were like some student films I did, mostly shorts. I did a couple of other features. I did commercials, a few of them. I've been doing this for almost 7 years now, so I still have a very good amount under my belt. And I'm non-rep, by the way. Everything I found was either by myself, referrals.
You're doing hard work. About a third of them are referrals.
Okay. People speaking on my behalf.
it's who you know at this point in the business.
It's like, hey, I'm looking for this guy. Then they'll say, hey, I know a guy. They'll bring my name up. Or
they'll double down. I might say I'm interested on Facebook, and somebody might say, I had one guy say I vouch for him.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Some of it's referrals. Hey, I mean, again, the entertainment business in general is on who you know. Literally, you all wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my man Andrew here putting me in contact with you people. So again, it's who you know in any business, really. It can be finance, tech, the film industry.
The reputation as well.
Yeah.
Because when you, just like anything, when you
Share someone else's name out, or you're putting your name,
your name out there for someone else, you have to honor it, I think. Matter of fact, one of the projects was I was with Drew, was Pivot Ain't Easy.
All the titles I fucking love you, dog.
Very nice.
It gives me like Too High vibes or whatever. Those old Cheech and Chong movies. Or
Very
whatever.
nice. That sounds like
Anyway,
it's like Harold and Kumar movie.
yeah, I played as a male prostitute named Concussion.
Oh my gosh. My boy was Juice Bigelow, male Gigolo, ladies and gentlemen.
They called me, I was the character named Concussion because I would get concussions.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
My name was Sean, but
banging on the headboard too hard. That makes sense.
Hey,
Concussion.
hey, yo.
I brought that up because one of the people that's in there, my good friend Ray Sean Dunaway, he's the one that put my name out like that. So in order for me to honor it, I want to make sure I bring my A game.
Yep.
Because he put his name out there. He's also an artist too, an hip hop artist, musician, I should say. So the whole point is, it's like, if somebody brings my name up, I'm going to honor it even more. That's how I look at it. So the reputation.
That's awesome.
Now pivoting back to the film, The Giant of Kandahar, Rod, can you please play that clip over there for me?
Hey, line up. Just fucking around with you. Busting your balls a little bit.
I know. Hey, is Dave gonna be good over there?
It'll be okay. It's trouble sleeping, you know.
I understand completely.
Is there something else on your mind, you baby?
No, sir, I'm just making sure that we're all good.
Welcome to Shady Mob Productions, where the vibes are always right and the passion runs deep.
Step into the sports network of N1 from the End Zone. Sit down for unfiltered conversations on Port City Uncensored and surf the sound waves with Sonic Waves.
Different worlds, different shows. Click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it. Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspin's Barbershop, located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Port City Uncensored. Real talk, real people, minus the trolls. Join us Thursdays at 8 on YouTube, X, and Facebook. From the streets to City Hall, you never know who'll show up or what they'll say next.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better.
Guys, you're watching the Shady Mob Podcast. This is where we discuss our favorite movies, TV shows, and where we talk about life. Please like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
All right. Now, Edward, what was the thing about this scene that you were talking about?
Okay, so this scene was not in the script.
Okay.
It was not in the script. And just as Drew had mentioned earlier, when we originally cast Drew, he didn't have any speaking lines at all. And I had told Drew, hey, listen, there's going to be plenty of opportunities for you to do what I call silent acting, right? Where you're going to be a major part of the character and you can act without having to say anything.
Your expressions.
Exactly, expressions, your body language, and all of these things, right? But then we came to this particular part of the storyline where I realized we didn't have or ever mention Dan's name. We never mentioned David's name. And that was kind of strange. I was like, well, we can't have that. So I came up with this idea that I'm just going to throw in a scene that that was on the script. And I just came to Damian and say, look, I'm going to have you do a scene with Tim here. And I'm going to have you, you ask the next shot, Drew and Tim. I have, Drew and Damian, my bad. Have you come up to Damian and say, hey, look, what's going on with David here? What's going on with David? Is he going to be okay? I just want you to respond with, he's going to be fine. He's just having trouble sleeping. So what they did is they took that and they ad-libbed it over about 4 or 5 takes. And on the 5th take, it was gold. And it was really gold because it kept on transforming into something better than the next because they were playing out each other. And then what happened is they opened up a subtext story, the subtext underneath there, about his link to the previous scene where he's whipping into his brother. And then upon the way his brother reacts, he has empathy for him, right? And then so what happens is when Drew Baby approaches Damian, approaches Dan about the snare and says, hey, what's going on with David? Apparently he had overheard the conversation about, him ripped him into his brother about the whole thing. And, hey, I'm just making sure we're all good. But then when you see Damian's character, Dan, thinking about it, you see the wheels spinning in his head like, okay, is there more to this than what you're asking me about David? Like, what else do you have on your mind? Like, you want to say something? And he's like, no, man, it's okay. So I'm just making sure we're all good. And then he thinks about it. We see him think about it, and he's like, okay, like, I appreciate you. So it's just like a lot of subtext there. He, just playing off that previous clip about the whole tension between the two brothers, him possibly overhearing what he obviously did, and then the subtext that's going on emotionally between Dan and Drew Baby. So there's a lot of emotional ties and tension in there between everything going on there, and that tension is released when he says it. Hey, I appreciate you on the back, pats him on the back at the end. But I'm not sure if we're showing it there, but it's the whole scene. There's more to this clip where it's cut, it's inserted and cut between motor shots. Oh, that bring out a lot of subtext and emotion and connection between everybody, all the characters there.
That's cool, Drew. I know you originally didn't have any real lines in the film, and what was your reaction to finding out, hey, like, I get to speak, I get to actually do a little bit more than just act with my emotions?
I mean, like, I approach every role like as professionally as I can, just so say that. But as an actor, he's saying, okay, pantomime, so I do the best I can to pantomime. When he said that he was going to give me some lines, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Of course, as an actor, you want to have some kind of like opportunity to express yourself through the art. Say him. So it gave an opportunity for me and Damian to really like feed off each other the acting techniques. Because sometimes you be in acting classes and you do these little drills against each other, and like that stuff kind of comes out when you're doing this. It's like a mix of like whatever training you have, the kind of energy that you're getting from him, and also like from a military perspective, I'm like, I'm doing a leadership thing in my head, like I'm checking on the health of the squad. So as they kind of mixed together and created that scene. It's awesome, dude.
Hey, you killed it. Yeah, like the conversation definitely looked fluid and natural. And
Yeah, it had that emotion and like the like the reassurance from Drew Baby's character where it's like, hey, is everything okay? It was believable, And did you guys have more of those like ad-lib scenes or any scenes that the actors like improvised or any other like improvised scenes in the movie? Or
That was the only one.
Oh, really?
It was the only one, yeah, and it came out fantastic. I mean, that's one of my favorite scenes.
That's cool, man. How come? Do you like staying closer to the script when producing the film and directing the film, or do you allow your actors to go a little bit more ad lib and try to make it their own?
I try to stick to the script, but when my actors go off script, I let them do it. I don't cut it. Because I want to see what's going to happen. I want to see what's going to unfold. Because sometimes something might unfold that's better that was in the script. So I'll just let it unfold, and I'll just let it go. And then I'll make sure I'll still make sure we always get the cut that's in the script. And then when in the editing, I can go through and evaluate which one's better.
Okay.
Yeah, but I always let them do their art.
You're always looking for the most natural take.
Always looking for the best performance.
Okay.
Best performance, right? And so I just let them do their art when they want to do their art. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to question it until I'm in the editing. But I'm always going to make sure that I get that shot that's in the script that I want. But I always let them do their part too. If they want to do something a little different, I'll do it.
Okay. That's cool.
Speaking about shots, I think I saw on your IMDb page that you did a lot of the cinematography for this movie. Do you include a lot of long shots or panning shots at all, or do you tend to stick to like over the shoulder type, quick motion, cut to cut shots?
Interesting. So primarily I like to do long shots. Long as far. I'll try to do the longest shots I can possibly do within a particular take. Okay. And the only time I'm really not doing that is when I have a conversation shot or a conversation scene between two people, is when I'm typically doing like an over the shoulder shot, where I'm just going to do a traditional wide, medium, and close takes of everybody, of from every different angle, and then spice them together. But from everything else outside of conversations, I like to take the camera and just do one long take for the entire shot, for the entire scene. And then say if I do like 4 or 5 takes and each one's a long panning, like continuous shot, then I'll just take the best from each one if I have to. And if it's not perfect, then I'll find different, I'll spice them together, right? If I have to, right? But the goal is to get a perfect one long take, sweeping take. That's my goal. And then clean it up and polish it with the reactions, all the reaction shots from the other characters, and then spice it into the long take. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
No, it does. It definitely like includes the audience in the immersion of the scenes, and I feel like with what you explained, it definitely just shows the reaction of the characters in that particular scene. So that's definitely, it just showcases more of the story and just like their reactions, like what's going on. Like maybe one person in the audience is like, oh, how does this person feel about it, or how does Drew Baby feel about this? I think that's a really like smart thing to do, to have long shots and to then splice them up into different cuts so that you can get that reaction.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. You said exactly the way I'm doing it. Is I'll get the long shots and then splice in the reaction shots in between.
Yeah, that's cool.
As a co-producer and assistant director to this film, what was your main priority in supporting?
It's better supporting to what Ed needs, and I just say just film whatever you can. Sometimes we use 2 cameras at the same time if we needed to.
Yeah, Mike's also an extra unit director. Yeah, so we've had a couple of times when Mike had it in the second camera, or when I was almost dying. I was like on the ground screaming, "Oh my God!" Like screaming to death, right, waiting for the ambulance. I told Mike, "Here, take my camera and go shoot whatever we got to finish shooting." And Mike went and did that.
Okay,
yeah,
that's cool, man. Very challenging, but you try to, since we know the story, and Ludi tells me the story.
Yeah. He didn't to shoot.
He did.
And then also towards the end where we did some pickups with Damian, where it was like Damian and the Giant like facing off with each other, right? And Mike had this great idea that I didn't, because I'm not a POV director. I don't do a lot of POV stuff. But Mike he's a different director. Mike's a big director, but on his own part. Just let me just say that. So Mike said this. He said, "Hey, let's do some POV shots." And I said, "Yeah, go ahead, do it." So I gave Mike the camera and let him do some POV shots from the Giant's perspective, and it worked out great.
It's like raising the tripod up a little. Yeah, and out his perspective. And then like kind of look down. So that was kind of like, yeah, let's see the Giants perspective. Yeah, for sight, just keeping on the level.
That's right. And it worked. Yeah, you doing that? Yeah, they made it into the cut.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're really good shots.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's really, really cool. I can't wait to see that. I don't know. That's to show the Giants perspective. I think that's a move to like like an overarching beast. What is it, 12, 13 feet tall?
Yeah, I mean
who like other than Shaq, who else is that tall? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we say it's 12, but in the film, I'm depicting it as more 15 feet. Because in storyline, they say 12 to 15 feet giant. That's what they always say. So I just chose the highest number. And so the sizes, then that's right. That's right.
You can feel
that's right.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. And honestly, God bless you. God bless you, because you really almost did die during this film. And I'm by the hands of your actors, clearly.
I'll bleed it out in this film, by the way, because this film could have ended so many different ways.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go down into that rabbit hole a little bit?
Well, I think we talked a little bit about there. I can't exactly remember where I was talking about the Lord coming in and blessing us, but the Lord has blessed us in so many different ways and so many different times I wanted to quit and stop shooting the movie. You know, I mean, just think, okay, so we didn't have a location for the briefing, where the Sergeant or Lieutenant Dan, not Lieutenant Dan, Sergeant Dominic had the character. Can't remember his name, but anyway, so he's doing the briefing with their unit, right? And he's basically giving them instructions for their departure for deployment, right? And I didn't have a location. Right, so it's like, okay, what do I do? Now it's just like we really lost Garrett. Garrett left because he moved to LA. We lost Nicholas Soldier 1 for other reasons, and I almost killed myself when I was still recovering, and we needed to shoot the next scene that we were supposed to shoot the day that I couldn't finish shooting, before everyone else grew their hair out, before he shaved his beard, before everyone else gained or lost weight, and all these other continuity problems that would happen if I waited too long, right? So I had to shoot it. I had to get it done. If I just prayed to God, and what do? And God just put it into my heart and my head, turn your garage into a studio. So I did that. But I basically turned my entire garage into a blue screen studio. The whole thing is blue screen.
It's fucking cool, man.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
You're taking notes.
I'm taking notes. Plus, we had to tape these little, get them from Office Depot. Or
Yeah.
Those little
Markers.
Yeah, to do also do that.
But yeah, that's
Sticking on.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
you could sticker markers on blue screen.
Yeah, it's dope.
And we had to actually, many times Mike and I had purchased a bunch of green screens, right? Well, with that we were going to use for the beach scenes, because we're in the caves on the beach, and we had to hide the ocean behind green screens. And then after we had already purchased the green screens, I said, "Oh shit, Mike, we can't use green because there's a lot of green in the uniforms.
Yeah,
it's good. You're not going to be able to separate the colors. You had to go blue. So you had to go out there and reorder and hope that those screens got to us on time before we shoot."
How long did it take to get those screens?
They came in just in time, like on the same day.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it just is one thing after another. That was just one challenge after another. It was just like,
So what were the markers used for on the blue screens?
So in post-production, you need to create markers for tracking the motion. So when you separate and complete composites, you separate the foreground from the background and from the middle ground from the background, you'd be able to track the background because it's going to move at a different pace than the middle ground and the foreground. They all move at different paces. So it's called parallaxing in animation. I studied the animation as well. So I went to school for originally. And so each different layer is going to move at a different pace. And so you have to track the different layers. You have to track that back.
It's like the perspective, right? Like if you're moving, it changes the perspective.
That's right. The foreground's going to move faster than backgrounds. That background's going to move slower than the foreground, and it's going to move in a different direction. So when you move the camera to the right, the background goes left. Move the camera to the left, the background goes right.
You basically just want the background to stay in its spot while you navigate through. It's kind of like the virtual reality, if you really think about it.
Kind of a little more complex because the background's going to move too, but it's going to move the opposite direction. So the camera moves this way, the background goes out, right?
Yep.
And then it's going to move slower than the foreground.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you got to track it.
That is cool. That sounds complicated. But
it's complicated. And then I'm doing a lot of manual tracking now. Try to where I don't have to necessarily go in there and do digital tracking. It's tougher, but it does save me time. You have to just kind of like know when to choose to do manual tracking versus digital tracking. But anyways, that's a whole nother technical thing. But
you get a little bit of a rundown, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
how a film is made.
But I don't going back to all the different challenges that we had where it was the production could have stopped. I can't even count them all, both hands, or so many times where this thing should never make. They shouldn't have been done.
But it looks like you and Mike, because realistically, this film is a partnership between you guys with a lot of people that came onto the journey to really make this thing be what it is, correct?
That's right.
How long did it take?
3 years.
3 years.
September. September, it's going to be 3 years.
Yeah, I think we'll go to because I think we finished wrapping up like
September 11th, September 15th. It's going to be 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3.
So how long has it? So how long is the film going to be?
3 months.
Okay, and then how long does it take for post and editing and everything?
Well, if it didn't have all of the blue screen, you know, and some of it's green screen, and all the special effects is animation.
I can't wait to see
There's
this.
a lot of CGI, okay, but we're not using. Here's what gets even more complex when we talk about God and making this thing go, right? Is that I had originally built and scaled an entire CGI team of 12 animators.
Oh, really?
Right? Yeah.
For this?
For doing traditional CGI, right? I built and scaled it. It was a global team that I built, right?
How expensive was that?
Well, I use my own how can I say this?
Network?
Yeah, I use my network and my
Your personality?
personality, my ability.
He sold himself.
I just
All up in a leg.
Little ankle, little knee.
It's just that the project's I sell the project, I sell myself, right, and then they just want to jump on it, right? They want to be part of it.
Okay, so they fall for the passions.
Everyone's passion that comes on this project. Another God blessing, another godsend, right? People are just passionate. Everyone just has a chemistry on this project that's unbelievable, right? And so anyway, so I've built a team of 12 animators. Not all animators. Some of them are groomers, which is the hair. Another one is a CGI guy who does the model, right? Another one is what you call the skinner who does the skin outside.
Okay.
Right? They're all the specialty, right? They're better at one than another. And the other one can't do the other stuff. So you need 12 people to do it. Okay. So as this is happening, as they're building and modeling this giant, and we finally got to the end of this thing where it was like, okay, we're finished with the giant. By that time, AI CGI or AI's animation had caught up and passed them up and surpassed them. And what they had done wasn't nearly as good as what I could do myself, I had learned CGI AI.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I said, look, guys.
And they were doing it for free, weren't they?
We all were doing it for free.
Damn. You get no credits, motherfucker. It's over.
It's
It's over.
It's over.
I'm getting paid to myself. We're all working passionately through this film. Unfortunately,
Quality work and you motherfuckers ain't providing it. I'm just being honest, ladies and gentlemen. I get it. I get it. Hey, I appreciate that.
Surpassed it by miles. And so, hey, I ended up doing all of the animation myself using AI animation. And
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like I can definitely personally relate to that because sometimes, especially if it's a project that you're very passionate about and there's a vision that you have, you can't necessarily rely on others to really execute that vision, right? Sometimes this is why you're a director and this is why you like to direct films and make sure you get the take that you want and you let your actors improvise and do what they want. But it's because your vision at the end of the day is what you're trying to pull off, and because you know what you're trying to do and because you know it's going to be good, you're always trying to get that. And you clearly weren't getting it from the virtual effects CGI guys that you had gotten in contact with. Dude, I get it.
Yeah. And and then to expand on that, it's not just pure AI, the animation. It's you're
using your own skill set.
It's challenging it's the challenging part is fusing the AI CGI with the live action.
Ooh, okay.
Right? Because they're interacting with each other. You have live action actors fighting a CGI animated creature.
Okay.
How do we make that look real? How can we make this look as real and as cool as the battle with the troll and everyone in the Lord of the Rings?
Okay.
Right? That looked real. How can we do that? Meshed up together. So it's easy to create a CGI or an AI scene with this pure AI. But when you're fusing AI action together, it's a whole other animal.
Dude,
it's a whole other thing.
I don't know if your trailer has any clips of the battle between the giant and like the actors in the film, but how hard was it to coordinate the fight scene? How hard was it for you guys to find a giant? Were you in the fight scene with the giant?
Yeah, I mean, with some scene where we're like shooting into giant, and basically you just, as an actor, you just be professional when you're doing you're retaining your facial expressions, you're putting yourself in a situation, and you're
trying to look as realistic as you can.
Was there any like hand-to-hand combat in the film, or was it just all?
It's all guns.
It was all guns.
It's all fours. Gun fours versus Giant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But there's parts in the scene that I'm not going to even get around now that where the interactions it's more than just rifles. There's a shot where he gets smacked, like he gets smacked by the Giant with the stick, but there's more than that they added in there, just being able to cut what I had together to make it look as if they were really fighting each other.
That's dope. I was gonna ask, were you able to in post, and maybe you can't spoil this, but are there scenes where you have the Giant and the actors in the scene together? Ooh, okay. I'm excited for this shit, dude. When do you guys plan on releasing it?
September. That's the anniversary, the third year anniversary.
Okay.
That means that in September, mid-September it's been 3 years. So my goal is to
September. Okay.
complete it in mid-September.
Is it coming out on YouTube, or where can we watch it?
My goal is to release it via theater, Invite, family and friends.
Cool.
And you guys too?
Yeah, no, honestly, we'd love to do like a watch party show either before, like actually probably after the premiere. Have you guys back on, watch it with us, and like react to it live on our podcast if yours don't mind. That one we could probably do a live stream.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that too. Yeah. No, but yeah, dude, I'm very hyped for this film, man. Do you guys have any other projects you guys are working on?
Me too. I'm excited.
Maybe he said it was my turn. Man, we gotta do your project. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of stories to tell. There's a lot of stories, and it's just because I don't know, doing that one with the Kandahar, we want to do less special effects. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but the post-production So if it wasn't following special effects, right, and also of course, the time I spent to build for the team out that didn't end up using, right, I could have had this done in 12 months easy.
Really?
Easy.
Okay.
Easy. Absolutely easy. Because the technology in the AI CGI is transforming every month, every week, every month, right? And so it gets better and better. So what I had come up with and generated in the animation, say in two years ago, is not nearly what I'm getting out now. So I had to go back and replace what I had created.
Oh, that's so cool.
With the new stuff.
No, I feel that though.
You understand?
Yep.
Oh, it's like you're playing catch up.
Yeah.
It's like you're playing catch up with like the technology.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because it enhances your film at the end of the day.
Exactly. So I explained to Damian, it's like building a castle where the water takes your castle away, right? And you got to keep on doing it. It's kind of like that, but it's catching up. We're there where the quality is there now, right? The quality is there, and it's caught up to the quality that people are going to be expecting from the AI CGI.
That's cool. And actually, here's a topic for you, gentlemen. What are your thoughts on AI and how it is influencing the entertainment industry? I know a lot of artists in the music industry, and you could probably attest, are not really fans of AI music and AI content really being distributed out there. But it also goes and helps small actors, small directors, people that can't really get a full budgeting behind them, because some independent films cost $900,000 to make, $500,000 to make. So what are your guys' thoughts on being able to use AI tools to help develop these films and actually enhance the quality of them?
Oh, okay. I'll go with who wants to take the first smack at this one.
I think there's going to be places where you can use it different ways. Like, for example, for this film, he doesn't have access to a Hollywood level CGI team, so he needs to figure out a way to produce his art in a way. And I think that using AI in that particular situation is acceptable, right? There's other ways where it's really not as acceptable, right? Like we're using it to replace the likeness of like a real actor, stuff like that. Like that's what we're against, right? But I think like in certain situations, it is acceptable to use. Just depends on what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's definitely a place for it, especially in the special effects department. It's very easy to just tell it to generate like what you're looking for, especially if you don't have access to, After Effects or like Hollywood level CGI. AI is very good for that. Not a big fan of it when it's like you said, Drew, replacing the likeness of an actor. Like remember the whole Tilly Norwood scandal and that whole mess. And I'm not a big fan of it when it comes to scripts because without the proper foundation for a screenplay, AI can't really tell a good story. And when it does, it tells like the most cliched, broken, just weirdest story. So I don't think it's quite there yet. Honestly, I'm just keep it out of the screenwriting process to begin.
Do you feel like a writer can use AI to get the concept, but then put their soul behind it and actually form it into a viable real story?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can ask it to generate the concept of a story, but then it's up to you to fill out the details because AI can't do that. It can just give you an idea, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah, well said.
Cool.
I agree with that.
Damian, your thoughts?
I'm pretty much agreeing with these two. With replacing the actors like this, I don't think that's conducive to it at all. I'm actually coming at it from the perspective of everything that we do is all human ingenuity. It came from the creative part. That's how we distract ourselves or we found passions. The artistry of film or literature or whatever. And I think that AI is starting to overlap on everything. It's not just one thing, it's every fucking piece. From even just looking up ChatGPT and saying, what can I match with my shoes?
Yeah, people.
It's fucking everything. And it's gonna, it's like it's over.
People are too reliant on it.
A lot of people
I don't like how it's doing that to the entertainment industry, whether that's music, movies, anything about the entertainment industry. I do think it has a place with what Tim was saying, the special effects department. I think if you can isolate it there and just feed it there,
That's right.
you can utilize it as a tool. But if it starts overtaking everything else, forget it.
Yep.
Forget it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have a pushback with it. Plus, it'll put people out of jobs.
I mean,
That's why it's not happening.
it's already putting people out of jobs.
That's why the strikes happen. Yeah. Also, take your own headshots. Actors, don't use AI to take your headshots.
Are you serious?
Yeah, people have actually been doing. I don't think it was something they union film, but I know. Yeah, there were actually.
It's trash. It's atrocious.
Yeah, and you can obviously tell that it's AI because glazy skin, like everything is a little too perfect. You know what I mean? Even though headshots are supposed to be like the best version of yourself, it's very obvious that it's a little too shiny. If that makes any sense.
No, I totally.
Yeah, Pokemon, the shiny Pokemon, you can tell. He gives you little sparkles when he comes out.
It's a little too polished.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think all in all, just kind of surmise it. I think it has a very small place in the entertainment industry, which isolate it and keep it there. Don't let it fucking out and just take care of everything else. So it'll be otherwise keep the creative aspect as a human level. Keep it managed. Yeah, that's how we got here in the first place.
Yeah.
Hell, don't fix when they broke it.
Right. And Michael,
It's a double-edged sword. I mean, I'm old school when it comes to like film.
Oh yeah, we just
we use a lot of practical effects too.
Yeah.
So
But
we Mike and I.
You gotta remember people that do practical work. There's work putting in.
Yeah, we've done some practical.
Putting in
this movie.
Yeah.
We use some practical effects too.
Yeah, we
So-
do. There is some parts that there's
Yeah,
practical
we're
effects.
combining
Yeah, but that's what
I was gonna ask.
because it helps you get that
Yeah.
thing out quickly.
We got that too.
But if people are
using AI for everything, it's just gonna take out the work. Like it's just think about the generation today that don't know how to do cursive.
oh, dude, don't tell me about this.
Exactly. Like nope. This next generation that's coming in, they're not gonna know what cursive is. Or in other words, they don't know the work that's gonna be put into them.
The hell they can
have it.
Yeah, you feel me? Because
It's gonna be a saturation of people just relying on AI. But the way we made this film, it helped because man, we'd be pulling our hairs, trying not to get that, the perfect CGI. So yeah, like I say, I'm somewhat entertained. It's a mixed bag for me. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, that's cool. I made an AI video with me and my son at a baseball game where he actually catched a foul ball. But I was amazed how it got my son's his facial expressions. And like this could be like an actual real video. The only thing they changed is my voice. And I sound more high.
like a high pitch. Like, hey, son, you catch a ball. I don't even sound like that.
Yeah.
But
I was amazed by its likeness, how it's got my son's emotions. It's like, it's scary. To be honest with you, it is scary because it's going to take away a lot of the hard work that our.
I was gonna say, no, with AI now, you could take somebody's picture and you could create another individual that looks the same as that person. You could
frame them.
And with how good AI is, you get the likeness and everything of the other person.
It's in the media, and who knows if they're manipulating?
You don't know what's real.
You don't know what's
fake anymore. Yeah,
that's the scary part.
That's the
It
craziest
is
thing.
scary.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's entertaining but scary. So it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Yeah, me too. Me too. A bunch of times. I'm just like, oh, no way. No way. What's your take? I know you used AI for this film, but again, you also use practical effects, and you've been doing that. You guys have been
My take is use practical effects wherever you can. If you could do it, practical effects, do it.
And what are practical effects, by the way?
Practical effects is just being very creative and inventive about ways to create the shot you want any way possible. So if that means that if we need a giant pike stick coming out of a chest of David, right? We're going to make a fake chest, cut it over a box so that the box supports it so it's hollow. We're going to stick the stick in the chest, inside the box, to pour a bunch of blood in it and yank it out.
That's the old school way. That's the real way.
We actually use that's supposed to move, but there's body parts we use, or in Urals, if I want to say organs. So we had to go to a carniceria to get some.
That's like
Alien. That's like like old school Alien, James Cameron type shit. Yeah, see, I fucking love it.
We went to the store, so we went to Mike's like, hey Ed, we can actually purchase guts here.
Guts? Pig guts?
Like, was it a pig guts or was it?
It was beef tripitas. If you guys like, if you like cheap like I do, hey, I know where to get good intestines. It was at Mexican Super or something. I forgot, but they had 3 pounds for like how much? Under 20, like not 15. It wasn't even that much.
$5 or $10.
We kept it in the freezer.
Yeah, we kept it in the freezer, and then we just, real guts. We put a bunch of fake blood in there.
Yeah,
and we used that
like corn syrup, red corn syrup. We did, or what do we do? Yeah,
we have our own concoction.
Yeah,
it's like chocolate syrup mixed with red
food color.
Yeah, with chocolate syrup, and then we had the real guts, and we used that.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man.
That's practicality. That's
really good.
AI intestines or guts. We used.
Yeah, no, I am gonna say just for everybody, there is gonna be some AI stuff in there that is AI guts, but there's also practical effects guts too.
Okay, we'll try to spot the differences if we can.
That's what I'm saying. It's good to hear.
We might never know. Like realistically, with how good AI is now, we might never know. It could literally look identical to it.
It's good to hear you guys are. It's good to hear you guys are leaning towards practical effects, because I mean I saw on your IMDb page on the Giant of Kandahar that there are some practical effect use, and I was like, I just got excited. I just love it when directors and filmmakers use those type of effects, because through time there are some effects that don't hold up, but it gets more of that like realism. You can spot shitty CGI and AI as with when he, his voice and like the face of his kid and everything. Like there's some videos of AI where you can spot it, but practical effects, man, I just love it. Even if it's like kind of botched or even whatever, if it's clever used, I think it's amazing. I think it's a good thing to have. I don't know. I feel like if a director leans towards practical effects, they just appreciate the art form. I don't know. That's just me, but yeah.
With that being said, let's take a quick ad break, and then we will be closing this episode when we come back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome to Shady Mob Productions, where the vibes are always right and the passion runs deep.
Step into the sports network of N1 from the End Zone. Sit down for unfiltered conversations on Port City Uncensored, and surf the sound waves with Sonic Waves.
Different worlds, different shows. Click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it. Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
If you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and want the best cut of your life, go check out Headspin's Barbershop located in South San Francisco, the official barbershop of N1 from the End Zone.
Join us every Saturday and don't miss the waves.
Watch what you listen to. Listen to me. It's Sonic Wave.
Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better.